Hello and welcome to the channel. This is CBSE Class 9 English Language and Literature. Lesson 8, Reach for the Top. Part 1 is about Santosh Yadav. Santosh Yadav, born in a village in Haryana, was the only woman to climb Mount Everest twice. In her society, daughters were less valued than sons, but her family supported her dreams. Unlike other girls, Santosh wore shorts and wanted to live life on her own terms. At 16, she refused early marriage and insisted on education. She moved to Delhi, worked part time to pay for school, and later joined Maharani College in Jaipur. There, she discovered mountaineering after watching villagers climb the Aravalli Hills. She trained at the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering and climbed Everest at the age of 20 in 1992, becoming the youngest woman to do so. She climbed it again within a year, setting a record. During her expeditions, she showed kindness by helping fellow climbers, though she couldn't save one. Santosh also cared for the environment, clearing 500 kg of garbage from the Himalayas. She was honored with the Padma Shri award and felt proud to raise the Indian flag on Everest. The part 2 is about Maria Sharapova. Maria Sharapova, a Russian tennis player, became the world's number one women's tennis player at 18 on August 22, 2005. Born in Siberia, she moved to the United States at age 9 to train in tennis, leaving her mother behind due to visa issues. This separation was tough and she felt lonely, but it made her mentally strong. Other trainees bullied her, but she stayed determined and never thought of quitting. Her hard work led her to win the Wimbledon women's singles title in 2004. Maria is very competitive and believes sacrifices were worth it to achieve her dreams. She loves fashion, singing, dancing, reading Arthur Conan Doyle novels, and eating pancakes with chocolate spread. Though she lives in the US, she is proud of her Russian identity and wants to play for Russia in the Olympics. Money motivates her, but her biggest goal is to be the best in the world. So, first part is about Santosh Yadav. The Santosh Yadav was born in Joniawas, a small village in Haryana, India, where society valued boys more than girls. She was the sixth child in her family, with 5 older brothers. Her grandmother surprised a holy man by saying they didn't want a son when her mother was pregnant with Santosh. Named Santosh, meaning contentment, she was never satisfied with the traditional life expected of girls in her village. Instead of wearing traditional dresses, she chose to wear shorts, showing her independent spirit. She believed that if she chose a logical and correct path, others would have to adjust to her, not the other way around. Her parents were wealthy landowners who could afford good schools for their children. However, following village customs, they sent Santosh to a local school instead of a better one in Delhi. At 16, when most girls in her village were getting married, Santosh refused to marry early. She insisted on getting a proper education and threatened never to marry if her parents didn't support her. Determined, she moved to Delhi, enrolled in a school, and worked part time to pay her fees when her parents initially refused to help. Eventually, they agreed to support her education. After finishing high school, Santosh joined Maharani College in Jaipur and stayed at Kasturba Hostel. From her hostel room, she could see the Aravalli Hills. She watched villagers climb the hills and disappear, which made her curious. One day, she went to explore and met some mountaineers. They welcomed her to join them, sparking her interest in mountaineering. This moment changed her life. She enrolled in a mountaineering course at the Nehru Institute of Mountaineering in Uttar Kashi. Even though it meant missing her college semester and joining without her father's permission, she wrote an apology letter to her father later. Santosh's determination grew stronger. She went on mountaineering expeditions every year, improving her skills, physical strength, and ability to handle cold and high altitude. By 1992, at just 20 years old, she climbed Mount Everest, becoming the youngest woman in the world to do so. Her seniors admired her skills, fitness, and mental toughness, while her kindness and teamwork won her friends among climbers. During the 1992 Everest climb, she tried to save a dying climber at South Colony but couldn't. However, she saved another climber, Mohan Singh, by sharing her oxygen with him. Within a year, Santosh joined an Indo-Nepalese women's expedition and climbed Everest again, becoming the only woman in the world to climb it twice. This achievement earned her the Padma Shri, and one of India's highest honors. She described the moment of standing on Everest, holding the Indian flag, as a deeply spiritual and proud experience. As an environmentalist, she also cleared 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas, showing her care for nature. Now, the second part, Maria Sharapova. Maria Sharapova, born in Siberia, Russia, became the world's number one women's tennis player on 22nd August 2005, when she was only 18 years old. Despite her friendly smile and glamorous style, there was a strong determination in her that made her different. Her journey at the top of the women's tennis began at a very young age. with sacrifices that most children couldn't handle. At 9 years old, she moved to Florida, USA, with her father, Yuri, to train in tennis. Her mother, Yelena, couldn't join them because of visa problems. So, Maria was separated from her for 2 years. This was very hard for her and she felt lonely. Her father worked long hours to pay for her training, so she didn't see him much either. At the training academy, Maria faced more challenges. She was much younger than the other trainees, who often bullied her. They woke her up at night to clean the room, which was tough for a 9-year-old. But instead of giving up, these hardships made her stronger and more determined. She learned to take care of herself and stayed focused on her dream of becoming a great tennis player. She said that coming from a poor background made her hungry for success, and she was willing to face any difficulty to achieve her goals. Maria's mental toughness helped her succeed. In 2004, at just 17, she won the Wimbledon Women's Singles title, a major achievement. The next year, she became the world's number one player. Her competitive nature and hard work were the keys to her success. She believes that the sacrifices she made, like being away from her family, were worth it because they helped her achieve her dreams. Maria is very clear about her ambitions and doesn't let emotions stop her from focusing on her goals. Though she speaks with an American accent and has lived in the US for many years, Maria is proud of her Russian heritage. She says her blood is totally Russian and she wants to represent Russia in the Olympics. Her hobbies include fashion, singing, and dancing. She loves reading Arthur Conan Doyle's novels, wearing elegant evening gowns, and eating pancakes with chocolate spread and Fiji orange drinks, which shows her fun and youthful side. While money is a motivation for her, Maria says her biggest dream is to be the number one tennis player in the world. And that's what keeps her going. Hope it helps. Please like, share, comment on this video and subscribe to our channel for such educational and informative videos. Thank you very much.